Alright guys, so today we're checking out the VIJIM VL120 RGB. This light is designed to mount on the top of your camera to give you extra fill light in darker situations. If you're shooting, YouTube style videos and you need lights for your backgrounds, you can easily turn these on and place them different places. What's cool is it's RGB, so you have access to the full color spectrum. So depending on what you want your background to look like, or if you're trying to color match a certain type of light, you should be able to do it with this light, no problem. So it has this little rubber diffuser part, which is really cool. But this is pretty much the light right here. You can see it's super thin. It's maybe a little bigger than the size of like a credit card. You can easily fit it in your pocket, you can fit it in your backpack. So as far as battery life, I haven't had the light die on me yet while I was using it. I'm not really using it full time as my main light source. I'm really using this mainly in the nightclubs when it's really dark and I need a little bit of fill light just to fill in people's faces and stuff like that. And that's pretty much all I use it for. When I am using it in the club, I try not to leave it on all the time because it can become kind of distracting. So it has a little digital screen on the back right there that's going to tell you all of your functionality. It's going to show you all your different modes, going to give you your light level, your battery readings, and all that different kind of stuff right there. On the side here, you have 3 buttons. The bottom one here is basically going to control the brightness of the light. So you can go all the way down to 0 with nothing on and all the way up to 100, which is super bright. As far as modes go, you have your different hues. So I have turned off all the lights in the studio here. Color-wise, really, really nice. I really like the different colors. I think they're pretty spot on. And the intensity and the vibrancy of the colors is really nice. Next mode we have is saturation. So you can have your RGB color, and then if you want to lower the saturation on that particular color, you can. So, this is kind of a pink color, but if you wanted maybe more of, you're like, oh, that's a little too pink, I want maybe a little bit lighter pink, you can just come up here, you lower this down, and you can get a slightly lighter pink color, which is really nice. All right, so the next mode is regular Kelvin mode. So you can set your white balance depending on your Kelvin setting if you want to do it that way. It goes from 2500 all the way up to 9000. This is 9000 right here. So you can kind of see what that looks like. And now we're going down and we're going to get closer to 2500. So you can see the light starting to turn more orange. And this is all the way at 2500. So really orangey. Okay, so one of the other cool things about this light is it has built-in special effects. There's 20 of them, which is really cool. The fact that you get 20 built-in effects into this light is pretty awesome. So we're gonna go through them one at a time and I'm gonna show you what they look like. Camera's having a hard time focusing on me because it's going in and out, but this is cop car mode. You can use it to mimic a cop car scene. Just like, oh man, the cops are coming. You can put this out of sight of a window or anything like that, which is really cool. That's one mode. All right, next mode. Special effect number 2 is ambulance. This is having a real time. It's having a hard time focusing on me. But as far as ambulance, this is what this looks like. It's gonna, flash is gonna go white, 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 blue, 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 and that's ambulance mode right there. All right, our next scene is fire engine. Fire engine is similar to ambulance, except instead of blue, it's gonna use red. So it's gonna give you 3 red flashes, followed by 3 white flashes. All right, so the next scene is gonna be lightning mode. This is scene number 4, lightning mode. Now, unfortunately, you can't control the duration of the flash, and you can't control when it flashes. It's kind of just random. So you kind of just got to set it and forget it, and hopefully the pattern works for you. Kind of maybe got a time when the lightning is going to be going off so that it works for your particular shot. All right, so scene 5 is fireworks mode. You can kind of see what this looks like. Now for all these samples, I am at currently 50% power, so not the highest level. We can get twice as bright if we needed to, but this is your 50% level, so you can kind of see what it's looking like. Mode number 6 is TV. This is supposed to mimic watching a television. So if you're trying to do a shot maybe where someone's watching TV, maybe they get scared, or maybe they're doing something, but just TV oriented, this is kind of cool. You just throw this on. You don't need to have an actual TV on, but you can just kind of fake it with this light. All right, next mode is candle mode. So it'll kind of brighten and flicker a little bit. It'll dim here and there. It'll get brighter in certain times. So function number 8 is party mode. It's pretty much like HSI slow as far as where it goes through all the different colors, except it doesn't gradiate. It just kind of flashes between colors. So the color change is kind of drastic. It's just boom, boom, boom. It doesn't really gradiate. So this is kind of cool. I personally like the HSI slow. I like that gradiated light look more than just this flash. But the flash is kind of cool if that's something that you're going for. All right, so the next mode is faulty bulb mode. And this is basically kind of like, I feel like it's very similar to lightning in the fact that it's kind of random as far as when it goes on and off. But it's supposed to mimic, I guess, a faulty light bulb. So if you were filming something maybe where you were in a hallway or somewhere kind of maybe a little creepier and you wanted to kind of set the mood as like, oh, the lighting's kind of faulty, you could do that. What's cool about the size of these lights is if, say you wanted to do a faulty bulb, you could actually put this light inside of a light fixture and it would mimic a light bulb, so that it would actually look like it's faulty. Next mode is mode number 10, and it is called pulsing. Yeah, it's just kind of up and down. So it goes from dark to bright, then it goes bright again, and then it goes dim again. Okay, mode number 11 is strobe. Pew, 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 doo, 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 doo. If you're trying to shoot a rave or something crazy, you know what I mean? You got strobe mode. Everybody knows about strobe mode. Strobe lights. After a while looking at this, you go a little crazy. The camera's having a hard time keeping up with the focus because of the strobe. Pretty cool though, right? All right, so that's strobe mode. Scene number 12 is RGB strobe. So now we got a strobe, but it's RGB. Check that out. It's like a party strobe. Not really a traditional strobe effect, but more of just like it's just changing RGBs really fast. Scene 13 is paparazzi. So if you're trying to mimic a paparazzi style shoot, where maybe you're like a celebrity or something like that, or you're trying to mimic a red carpet environment and you don't have a lot of extra cameras or stuff like that, you can just throw a couple of these on light stands and you'll get that mimicked flash paparazzi look. Next scene is 14. This is emergency. Flash off, flash off, flash off. As far as emergency goes, maybe more of like a SOS type of thing, right? It's just kind of a long strobe. Scene 15 is HL beam, so high-low beam maybe? Yeah, that's what it looks like. Okay, so now it's low, and then it should switch to high. Yep, and then it should switch back to low again. Scene 16 is red flash. So this could be used as maybe if you're shooting something where there's like a red alert or an emergency, maybe you're like in a control room and then all of a sudden the red light starts flashing. That's kind of cool. Next scene is scene 17, and scene 17 is a green flash. All right, so we had red flash, now we have green flash. I feel like they're kind of running out of ideas. Now they're just giving us flashes. Scene 18 is blue flash. I think I hit the nail on the head. They're starting to get lazy. They're running out of ideas. So we had red flash, green flash, and now we have blue flash, and all they do is just flash those particular colors. Scene 19 is HSI slow. All right, and what's cool about HSI slow is it's going to go through all the different hues that the light has, but it's going to go slow, kind of gradiated, which is nice. Out of all the modes, this is probably my favorite mode. I actually use this mode quite a bit in the nightclubs or when I'm doing events outside at music things and stuff like that. Okay, so last mode is HSI fast. Between the two, slow and fast, I think I prefer slow better. I just like the slow transition between the colors. It's almost so slow in a way where you don't really notice it's changing colors until it's already changed colors. With HSI fast, you can really see the colors are changing. In my opinion, it's just a little too fast. So my favorite mode out of the 20 modes would probably be HSI slow. Ooh, scary. As far as lighting wise goes, you can kind of see what the light looks like. It's a little harsh, but that's okay because it comes with this diffuser. So this diffuser, what's nice about this, it just kind of pops on like that. And now check that out. Your light is a little more diffused. What I like about this diffuser is it is like a rubber silicone, or like a rubber, you know, like a, I guess it's silicone material. So it's really flexible. If you need to fold it down and kind of jam it in your bag, you can do that. It still has holes so you can charge it. You can access all of your buttons on the side, and you can access your mount on the bottom. For the FX3, I actually have a cage. So I mount this arm just like this to the side, put my light on here just like this. And then what I like to do to make it a little more jazzy and spice it up a little bit is I like to kind of put the light kind of on the side and kind of at an angle. Okay, so this is the back. You see the arm up and it's kind of like at an angle, kind of like at a 45. Now what I like about that is when you shoot the subject, the way the light falls on them is really nice. It's more of a dramatic style lighting, so it kind of looks cool versus having just a straight on light. All in all, this light is really good when it comes to size-wise, when it comes to battery life, when it comes to functionality. You can't really beat it for the price and for the size. Just all in all, I think this light is really good. I feel like everybody should have one in their kit, if not maybe multiple ones in their kit. All right guys, so this was the VIJIM VL120 RGB. It's currently $35.99 on Amazon.com. I will put a link in the description if you want to check that out. If this video was helpful to you, don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Also, don't forget to ring the bell so you get notified every time we put out a new video. And until next time guys, see ya.